Today I'm going to talk about a very infamous but very profitable and popular term, Manglik Dosh. And Manglik is such a profitable word for many astrologers, especially for your nearby temple pandits, Karmakandi Pujari. This fear of Mangal Dosh is such a livelihood for many astrologers and Panditji. And poor Mars, he doesn't say anything, and this wax of Manglik Dosh that keeps on going and spreading on and on. So the myth about Manglik Dosh, there are few. Let me list out one by one. Number one, if you get married to a non-Manglik girl or boy, so your spouse will die very soon. Number two, if you are Manglik, then the marriage will be delayed or perhaps denied completely. And the final one, if you are Manglik, then chances of divorce is maximum. So to safeguard your marriage, you need to first have a marriage, a dummy husband or a dummy wife, just to safeguard yourself and your the main marriage. So all these myths are going on, and I'm sure all of you know about all these things very well. The fear of Mangal Dosh, this is so common. And as I said, this is the livelihood of many in our society. Once you will go to an astrologer, the very first thing after opening the horoscope, they will pinpoint, they will search whether you have any Manglik dosh, whether you have any culture dosh or any other dosh. So if you are not Manglik from your Lagna Kundli, then they will search if you are Manglik from Chandra Kundli. And if you are not even Manglik from moon horoscope, then they will find from Venus horoscope, Shukra Kundli or even Navamsha. So I have no idea. So in that way, almost 90% of the world population will be under this Manglik dosh, and this is a very common thing. So actually, what is Mangal Dosh? This is something I need to understand, all of you. Whenever Mangal is in your horoscope, in your first house, in your second house, fourth house, seventh house, 8th house and 12th house, then you will be calling Manglik. So every day, many babies are getting born, and many of them are having Manglik Dosh, because Manglik Dosh doesn't mean that Mangal will have to be in just one position. Whenever Mangal is in your first house, second house, seventh house, 8th house and 12th house, that means so many houses, then he will be called Manglik. So obviously every day so many babies, they are labeled as Manglik Dosh. So what actually this Mangal sitting in all these places they do? It makes a person a little more, because Mangal is a very fiery planet. It makes a person stubborn, jealous. They are very much commanding on their family matters, domestic affairs. So they are a bit aggressive and rigid about whatever the decision they take, and sexually they can be aggressive. They can have any sort of addiction. Mangal gives at times addiction, but it all depends where actually is the sign of the Mangal. Yes, Mangal gives sexual aggression or a different taste in your sexual life, but in marriage, that sexual choice and the compatibility is very important, because it's not friendship, it's a marriage thing. The sexual interaction is very much important over here. That's the reason whenever Manglik thing comes, this is the only thing we need to actually check, because the person can be jealous, a bit aggressive, a bit rigid, a bit short tempered, and finally a bit different in sexual choices. So these are the things we need to check when we see someone is Manglik. Other than that, just because of Manglik, someone is getting, someone will be died, someone will be losing husband or wife. This is completely absurd talk. So it has to be remembered that it is not only Mars that can create problem in married life, but there are a lot of other factors which can actually disturb your marital happiness. So it's not fair to blame just only one Mangal and give it a name that, yeah, because you are Manglik, your husband died, or you are having divorce or disturbance in your relationship. Just one factor cannot be everything to destroy your marriage. Please keep this saved in your mind completely. Now, wearing Mars stone, that means Munga, or which is called in English red coral, or it cannot avoid your Manglik dosh. Mangal is the Devata who is a warrior planet, and he is the chief in command all the Devatas. देवताओं के जो सेनापति है, that is Mangal. So Mangal action oriented, he knows how to protect, so he is overprotective at times. So when someone is Manglik, so these are the qualities can be very much in that person. So these are the things we need to check the compatibility. So wearing a stone cannot just cancel your Manglik dosh. So you need to understand this part. So what are the things we can do to balance this Manglik vibes? That means the extra energy of Mangal. So now 3 things we need to check on that. Whether the Mangal is debilitated in your horoscope and then you are Manglik, or your Mangal is in a good place, your Mangal is in 7th house, but Mangal is good in the same house, or Mangal is exalted, or Mangal is not exalted but Mangal is in Leo sign. So it can be various ways. The sign will tell you the ultimate result of your Manglik dosh. Remember, Mars is not that strong to send other 8 planets on leave. Chutti mein bhej de baki 8 planet ko, that is not possible. So only that Mars effect will be visible in your life. So do not get fooled by the list of rituals like Mangal Dash Puja, wearing Manglik stone, different stones. All these things are not necessary. So what we can do? Because Mangal is a strong planet, it can give a strong vibes to some other person, and when you are Manglik, that's the reason we make sure that the other person is also Manglik, because your temperament, your qualities and nature attribution will be actually matched to someone else. If the other one is very naive, very calm, quiet and not that responsive with this Mangal vibes person, it is not going to be that compatible. That's the only thing you need to check when you find out that you are Manglik. But again I say that it depends where the Mangal is sitting. On that basis the Manglik dosh and the result of Manglik dosh will be varied. Now, what are the list of the things you can do if you are really Manglik? That means your Mangal is sitting in the 1st house, 2nd house, 4th house, 8th house, 7th house, 12th house, either of the houses. I'll say Mangal is very fiery planet. Mangal is having very high temperament. So it's better you take shower twice a day, or you learn swimming. You should learn swimming and keep swimming on a regular basis. That's also a very good thing. If you are Manglik, you visit Mangalnath Mandir, that's in Ujjain. This is the only temple which is dedicated to Mangal Dev, Mangalnath Mandir. So you visit there regularly. It's not that once in a lifetime you will be going there and you will say that yes, I have been to Mangalnath Mandir. Visit there regularly as long as you can. And yeah, one more thing you can do if you have your trouble with Mangal, and if you feel that your Mangal is very strong in your action, in your aggression, in your temperament, then you can keep on doing Abhishek to Mahadev Ji on a regular basis. This is something you can keep on doing. So these 3 things will be actually managing your Manglik vibes or your high Mangal temperament. Nothing else can actually subside it. These are the remedies which will balance your Manglik energies, Mangal energies in other words, but it will not discard it completely. So no remedy, nothing can discard any dosha or any yogas, only that can balance a bit so that you can keep on floating. So these were the sort of things you can do on a regular basis to balance your Manglik energies. Am I interesting? So keep watching Disha and Dasha, where regularly I will be updating you with all these interesting remedies and the Mythbuster videos.